What's good? What's good? What's good? Yes, we are now officially live. Yeah, it's crazy. We were trying to go live. We had all kind of complications. I heard something called the Clubhouse. Something I don't even know what that is. I guess that's a celebrity chat room. For hipsters or something. That's not really for me. Yo, what's up, Nick? Nick at night. So people want to know my thoughts on it. And basically, to keep things simple, I'll just tell you like it is, straight out. Meek Mill set out to basically have this dialogue with DJ Akademiks. And man, it went left so fast. Like 21 Savage seemed to like he wanted to try to mend the fences where both sides listen to each other and then they can come to an understanding and try to help Axe Page. Because like we've all stated, like Axe act like he has no morals. He does these things and act like he's oblivious to the amount of damage and the irresponsibility he's doing with his platform. Now, people think like, oh, you just want to be academics. No, a lot of you guys are kids. You just don't understand the danger and where that comes from. I come from the streets where I've seen people lose their lives for less. So for me, there's a line of respect that's got to be given to what's going on in the streets. You see what I'm saying? You just can't come out and do the things you're doing and think there's no repercussions and think because another channel may be, oh, they don't have the drawing power that so and so have, so they can't tell me anything. I'm above reproach. So finally somebody stepped up and told Ak, who he couldn't try to down talk to. He couldn't talk down to them because he's so big. Now these guys are all bigger than him. And he's talking to them, and now they get to check him. So it's like, look, dog, we ain't here for all of this nonsense. So this is not about me and Ak. It's not about that at all. Like I can care less about him. He's probably focused on me more than I am him. But nobody really cares, to be honest. Now, here's the situation. DJ Akademiks, a habitual line stepper. No, he's worse than a habitual line stepper. He's a habitual liar and manipulator. But here's another problem that I had with the situation. I had a problem with Meek Mill. I had a problem a little bit with the way Meek approach was, because it's like he was sending a double message. I got what Meek was saying, and Meek had every right to feel the way he was feeling. See, I dropped my situation. I was in the same boat with Meek because people didn't realize I was doing Akademiks numbers back in 2017. 2017, I was doing those numbers, if not bigger. So I was doing his numbers. And at that time, I'm doing 106, six-figure numbers, period, per video. I'm doing 60,000, 7,000, 150,000. So I'm getting all these hits and views, and Meek has felt a certain way towards me and my channel because of it. So We had a back and forth. At the same time, he was having that with Akademiks. But Akademiks had a whole nother backing. He's got other people backing him. I'm individual. I stood alone. So that was entirely different than what he was going through. Then my channel gets sabotaged by the people that he's working with so that they can keep him going. Now, this is why I say Meek was sending a missed message. He came in the message, saying like, yo, I never got a chance to talk to you before. So, I wanted to talk to you on this platform to let you know, like, we don't need you. Like, you're not important. I don't need you. Like, I'm already established. Like, I was already doing stuff. I was already an artist that made it, so I don't need DJ Akademiks to post anything about me. I just wanted to let you know that. But he was trying to say, and 21 Savage assumed, let's put it this way. 21 Savage probably assumed that Meek Mill they can have this type of understage. He's like, look, I'm not here to reason. When he finally got to the gist of everything at the end of the day, like, I'm not here to reason with this guy. Like, no, I'm here to tell him, like, we don't need you. Your services are no longer needed in the community. That's basically what he was saying. And the whole time he was sending a missed message early as if, like, it's not personal with me. And it's like, it's not about me. Like, I feel like you post things on your page that put people's lives in danger. That's what I've been saying a long time ago. That's what other artists have been saying a long time ago. Akademiks came up not too long ago, just the same time I did. So it ain't like he been like there for a long time. But he want to be on Twitter on a trending topic. I don't want my name trending on damn nothing. I'm not trying to be a hashtag. I'm only hashtagging the people that want to watch my content. That's it. I'm not trying to be famous in front of all these other people because I want them they got to respect me. I don't need that. If I had that before I was even on YouTube. I hung around movie stars, athletes, everybody before I even was on YouTube. So before there even was YouTube. So this don't impress me. You know what I'm saying? So there's no personal in it for me. Meek thing was he was saying it as if he was trying to work out some sort of like we want to try to find out, what this is. He was giving off that vibe like, like he was doing it for the culture, but it was really personal with him. He had a problem with, he felt Ak was posting people every time somebody talking about him. Ak is keep posting it, like you ain't never post that dude, nothing about that dude. Then you post something, which wasn't true. Ak never posted it. What he did though was a slimy way. He knew what Meek meant. You went and commented on it. Then he exposed the truth behind the scenes on what be happening with Akademiks and people in the record companies trying to promote their artists, paying Akademiks to promote them, and it comes out the album, the artist's budget. All these little hip hop rappers, syrupy rappers, gotta pay Akademiks money to try to market them and promote them on his platform. And they're like, why are we wasting money? Why are we giving our money to you? And then he exposed the 6ix9ine situation. And that's what I love that Meek did in this situation. He exposed the lies. How y'all was paying for comments, paying for all of these fake hits, and like people were all in there and about promoting a guy who was a rat. I was 100% with that. 100% in the fold. But I didn't like what Meek said was, I could have been posted your address. I'm like, why would you even say something like that? I'm like, that's the thing though, dog. It's like, why would you even like hint at that was something to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even hint around at that? Like, oh, that's something to do. Do it that way. Like, leak his address out. Like, really? You can't be talking about system and reform and all of this stuff and then talking about leaking out addresses. And I could have done it. It's like, dude, if you did, that's a punk move. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably mad about the situation with the kids. You know, the situation with, giving them $20 or whatever. But y'all recorded the video. So they didn't bring that up though. But it seemed like they were gonna go to that. But Akademiks haven't posted anything on Meek. He stayed away from me. When he said he was finna cancel Act's like, I don't care. I'm not posting anything. And he's like, Dream Chasers came at him 5 times. Meek said, well, that ain't me. They ain't communicate that with me because I'd have told them I don't need y'all. Well, then, like he said, you need to work. You need to talk to your team, bro. You need to get on your business with your team. I mean, why do I need you when, I can just get 21 Savage to post? I can just get him to post. I can post it on my page. Then why don't you? Well, I agree with Ak on that. Ak is right. Why don't you then? You got some calls to make. You need to tell your team, why are we paying Akademiks? What are you paying him for then? And he was like, why are we paying you? And Ak is like, dog, go ask your team, your company, why were they trying to pay me? That ain't something you ask Akademiks. Akademiks did not go to them, to your company or to Dream Chasers and say, hey, I can promote for y'all. If y'all want to do something, hey, hit me up. They went to him. So you need to ask your team why they asking Akademiks to promote them for their artists. And he's saying he got receipts, and I believe him on that. Oh yeah, that's why I tell you, make sure you follow my Twitter, Carcino, just in case they tripping again with the notifications. You get it. But Akademiks was out of his body. He don't know how to hold a conversation. He cursing and talking tough back to Meek, and Meek was like, dog, the way you yelling right now, if you was to say that in front of my face, I know you wouldn't. You would not talk like that in front of me. I wouldn't let you talk like that in front of me. And Ak wouldn't. Ak would be so nervous, he wouldn't know what to do. But that's what people like. You could tell internet people from people that's actually been in those type of situations, because you wouldn't even talk like that to somebody online or whatever, because you talk to them the way you would talk if there was a situation. All that hollering and yelling and all that stuff, you do that because you safe. You feel safe where you at. You feel safe in your surroundings, in your environment. You feel safe. But Karen Civil ain't gonna be able to save you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to tell you this plenty of times. Other people, other artists have tried to tell you many a times, but Akademiks hears, but he doesn't listen. So he can never say he wasn't warned. In Chicago, he said, well, yeah, I made some mistakes. Dog, people have lost lives. And we've stated this over and over again. Other artists, I ain't gonna mention their names, but this was brought up in Chicago. When your Warren Chirac catalog that you still have up, you still get paid on, and you talking about you was gonna create something and donate the money to try to cover your tracks. No, brother. It's like this. At least 5 of the people in your Warren Chirac series that you made up names for, these guys start feeling themselves because of that. And they start using the name that you gave them. And you put a target on their back and sent them out there into the world of Chicago, and people thinking they was somebody's and they wasn't. And they got knocked off. because they were really not those guys. You made them that guys just so you could sell your videos. And now they're gone. And it was very irresponsible for you to do that. Now, and I tell you, it's coming. They're eventually going to have a class action lawsuit put together to go against you for that. Thank you, Mr. Hiley. Brandon D, that is all on Akademiks. He created the atmosphere which got that person hurt. Brandon D, if I take your name, Brandon D, if I take your name, right, and I make a video and I got your highlights to be like Brandon D, the top goon holding it down on C block on 55th. No, nothing gets through Brandon D. He's shutting it down. He making sure he tapping heads and taking names. Nobody calling it over Brandon D. I dropped that video. People in Chicago see that. You go walking around in Chicago, somebody like, okay, Brandon D, that's him. And you out there, Brandon D, it's right. Nothing go down with it like me. I'm tapping heads. Pop! Brandon D is gone. Because somebody seen the video of Brandon D getting pumped up through the ceiling. Now they want to knock Brandon D off because they was like, man, I call it over here. Who in the world is this dude? Brandon D. I never heard of a Brandon D. You see? That person is partially responsible. Very funny, Nicholas. Thank all of you. Now, the situation that moved forward like this was crazy because it came in like a whirlwind. People all got involved. People all was taking names, taking sides. Everybody was like trying to get this steered the right way. 21 Savage was trying to get to a point where Aqua had some understanding that he would invoke some type of change. Like maybe like he have an epiphany and say, I think that my channel could actually be changed and we can start going in a different direction. Meek didn't have that mentality. He wasn't there for a debate. Meek was like, this dude ain't on my level. I don't need him. I just wanted to tell him, because we never had a conversation, that we don't need him. And I understood Meek on that. I understood Meek on that. Because he don't need him. The only people that need Akademiks is these new syrupy rappers that come up and little gangbang purple pill guy, and he act gonna tell you what a great guy he is, and he never even heard his music. Like he said, the guy from you were promoting the guy. Now, Act never did that, but Act with his little slippery ways, he went and commented on the guy's page that was talking about me. So if Akademiks, if you take your page, right, and you saying, I'm not going to post about Meek, I'm not going to do this and that, but you're going to go and comment on it. But you're going to say, see, I never posted it, though. But you commented on it. So now when you comment on it, Hip Hop News going to take it. Be like, Akademiks posted and put a comment under there. So you commenting on it. So you might as well post it. He knows what he's doing. He's doing that so he could say, I'm not posting about you, Meek. I just commented on somebody else's post. Same thing, brother. He's not stupid. He knows what you're doing. Now, the same way they just sat down with Act and did all these things and talking about, oh, Act and do this and that. What they had sat down with Vlad, mm, and did the same thing. What they had the same energy for Vlad. No, no, no. 21 was right. I don't know what Savage was talking about. I mean, Tory Lanez was really talking about in the situation, but Meek is in a peculiar spot because he's like, you've done a lot of damage to platforms. So he was like, I see, like, I'm always you the ops to me. If you coming at me, personally, I gotta take you out because you ain't good for the culture. What are you putting back in? You always taking and you doing all the negative. Like he said, what is your positive? What charity foundations do you got set up? Like, what do you do and give back positive? When you come on Casino for Life channel, you don't just get me dogging out rappers and dogging out everybody. That's not what I do. We got One Crack News that gives you up-to-date information on things that you've never known that affects your life economically through history, your world history, everything. We got the Patreon set up to let you know about things that they really keeping from you, that they won't allow us to talk about over here. That's why we had to set up a Patreon, just so we could be allowed to have our freedom. Kev, I tell you the truth about LeBron. I tell you the truth. I give you reason. There's reasons for my actions. Everything I'm doing is for the betterment of the game. He showing proves to you every year that everything I'm saying about him is legit. Said the guy was ruining the league of basketball, and what happened? He ruined the league of basketball. We got an all-star game named after him, Team LeBron. Now, we told everybody about what DJ Akademiks stood for, what he was about. We told the world. He has to make changes. Everybody should hit the like button for this. Everybody needs to hit the like button right now. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Everybody should hear this. Everybody should know this. This is real talk. Oh, we got the whole thing gonna be on the Patreon. You'll get to hear DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill live on the Patreon. The whole conversation. Now, what would you say is the main problem when it comes to dealing with the conversation that took place? Akademiks was trying to take responsibility and says he would be open for dialogue. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's like, this dude ain't on our level. What is we talking about? This is not, no, he is not on our level. Like, stop talking about this guy like he's on our level, B. He's not. He's a little dog. He's like, I'm a big dog in the game. This guy's not a big dog in the game. He's small. He's a small little channel. Dog, he's like, what you got? 2 million followers, dog? That's nothing. He's like, dude, I can give it to 21 Savage. We don't need you, dog. And that's what this is about. So no, they don't respect him. They use him. Meek exposed the business. Meek exposed how it's a payola system going on with the record companies using his platform as marketing. They're paying him. Young rappers is like, man, we got to pay Akademiks to do this. We got to pay Akademiks, for our marketing. I mean, they can't even make their money up because before they can even make some, they trying to get blown up by having Act promote them on his Instagram and all that on this platform with all his fake hits and all his traffic and all his fake comments. And he was doing the same thing for 6ix9ine, thinking that was gonna blow up. And Meek was like, he took a bet with Steve Stout, everybody that on what was gonna happen. He was like, in 9 months, dude gonna be gone. He was like, watch, 9 months, dude gonna be gone. And that's why we all went silent on him. And he was like, we strategically plotted that to take dude down, And I'm cool with Meek on that part because he's right about Act. Like, dude, you promoting a guy that's getting people locked up and you talking about calling the feds on people. It's like, you stirring up all this beef in the streets that was going on with Dirk, Von, and Quando Rondo. He's stirring it up. When I did that, when I spoke on it, you know what I was talking about? You know what I was speaking on? I was speaking on how dumb everything was and how senseless it was. I'm telling people this don't make any sense. This is the kind of things that keeps the violence going. I'm giving information to the youth that they need to hear. When they see Quando Rondo, they might click on it, but they ain't gonna hear what they think. I'm not finna glorify them flashing weapons. I'm not finna glorify them, and I'm not gonna put out a video of them doing that. That got me hot when they posted, Quando Rondo and them posted up with weapons because the show got canceled. Even though it was up on social media, Act posted that on his page, even though he just did an interview with Von's manager who was there when all this stuff was going down. It's like, dog, you posting two different, you on both sides of the fences. You can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that that's a major problem, and you a big platform that they all are running to for interviews and all of this stuff. That's why he went and took down 6ix9ine comment when he was laughing, putting up the trolling things, and you commented under, and I called you out on it, Act. I'm like, Act, you standing by a guy who's commenting and laughing at somebody who and then this is shot. You just had the problem in Chicago with War in Chirac, and you were sitting there cool with Von and his peoples. And 6ix9ine gonna comment under your page and put laughing emojis under it, like he's trolling, and you promoting that. You're promoting that. So then he went and took that down, right? But you just was cool with them, and then you just sat down and did an interview with the doggone with his manager, and trying to implement his, and start some beef with his baby moms, his girl, and all this stuff. You was keeping that going. This is what Meek was talking about. All the stuff that we were saying for years, he was doing the same thing. Bro, I don't do that at all. Larry Lopez, you must be on the wicked sticks. Stop smoking, bro. I do not do what that guy do, period. Brandon D, you must be smoking with him, because if you think I do the same thing as Akademiks, you must be as slow as anybody else in this business. Yeah, he did it with King Von. Then he sat down with the man. Like I said, he was cool with them, right? Because they were using his platform to blow up and spending a little, Dirk and all them. But then here you are posting, Quando Rondo with weapons and sticks and all this stuff and talking negatively. When I said that, when they put out the song, I was the one saying, why would you put out this record like this? I don't listen to Quando Rondo. That's not my type of music. But when you put out a record talking about what just happened and you ain't even been to court yet, y'all, your boy he got a trial coming up for his self-defense. He trying to claim self-defense. Going to court and you already making songs talking about the trial and we got sticks that would be used in the courtroom. That's dumb. So I'm going to point all of that out while I make my video. I'm not finna make a glorified, I'm not finna make jokes. So that's not a joking matter. That's real. So people got to understand that. And you got to have a response. You have a responsibility. This thing here is a weapon. Now, when I first started doing YouTube, I didn't really understand that or how it worked. And that's if somebody came at me, boom, I'm coming back. So I remember when I was going at Meek myself, and we was going way over the line. I was having threats coming in, and the threats was only making me madder. Like from his side, like not from the internet people. I'm talking about people that he know, like that's him. That's his people. And we going back and forth, like we getting it in, like so it was bad because I was all in. You know what I'm saying? I was all in. Like it's a beef. We don't like each other. Something whatever gonna happen. And I was at that point with it. I was in back in 2017. But when he went into that court system situation, I dropped it immediately. Dropped all of it. Didn't mean anything to me. And the reason why I dropped it was simple. There was a bigger picture going on with what was happening with him in that court situation that I said this don't even mean anything. So I dropped all of it. And I told him, I said, look, man, I'm done. I don't have no passion for this no more anyway. It's a bigger problem going on. And it was. The Philadelphia court system is ridiculous. If they was allowing what was happening to him, imagine the other people this was happening to that didn't have his celebrity status. That's bad. So we let all of that go. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are young. We're grown men. Nobody gonna have anybody shook who you don't see. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't around your house and they ain't applying no pressure, I'm like, shook where? There was no need to be shook. Everybody got somebody addy. That don't mean anything. All that addy and all that. I'm not concerned about that. You having my addy just means I'm legally okay to do what I could do here. That's all that means. In this area here, I'm legally can protect myself in here any type of way I need to. But it's not even, I said exactly, we squashed it from what I heard. Now, I never heard nothing back from him directly, but I heard something back from his people saying that it's all good because I had nothing else. It was no negative, and I stood with Meek through that. Now, I'm not cool with him. Like, we ain't finna hang out or dap up and there ain't none of that. It's just that I'm not finna try to go after this dude the way it was. Like, we was at it with him. Like, we was at it. He was trying to take my page down. I was trying to take his head off on this internet. Not in the streets, but on the internet. We were at it. I was more at it with him than me. I mean, than Academics was. Oh yeah, I used to dump all over him every chance I got. So yeah, it was a real problem at that time. Right, but the thing is that this thing is a weapon because it weaponized other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it weaponized other minds. Like, people, y'all see me, I'm like no street guy. But if you don't believe that I have people behind me, then you are delusional. Because I probably have a lot of people behind me than most people would be comfortable with. But you don't see them because I make sure you don't see them. I make sure I'm not trying to look posing with all, I'm posing in front of all of them and got them standing up there with sticks and I'm like this. I make sure I don't do stupid stuff like that. Why? Because I'm grown. Grown men don't move that way. But believe me when I tell you that there are people highly vested in people not messing with me, it's the truth. But it doesn't make me arrogant because of it. Some people, they look at that as a power, like they get all because they're young and they feel invincible. Like, can't nobody touch me. And they run out and they do stupid stuff. They say stupid things. I'd rather use this platform to empower people and educate them and tell them things about other things in life. I don't just sit here and talk about all the negative in hip hop all day. When I do the truth behind the beef videos, what I'm telling you is what happened and what caused it, what should be happening, but this is what's caused it. When we talk about it, that's history I'm talking about. I'm not promoting a future beef. I'm not telling you, dude got a stick in the house. He got all this, and they might come get him. They gotta watch out. They sending a message to Shorty. They coming to get him. I'm like, I don't do that silliness. His platform is geared to that, and you see it. You go watch his platform and watch mine. They're entirely different. One person do things as if he doesn't have any morals, and Tory Lanez and 21 Savage actually told him in the video. And we're gonna have it on the Patreon too. It's gonna be everywhere. But we got it on the Patreon too. Only because I legally can't have him here on my page. Or, they're gonna flag me up. And they told him, they said, you act as if you don't have morals, act. Like you just don't get it. And he don't. He knows he got famous off of trolling and doing the things that he's doing. He doesn't know empathy because he doesn't have any. He didn't grow up with hip hop. He's not from this country. He was born in Jamaica. Okay, he was born in Jamaica. He came over here when he was 10 years old. He lived on the internet. Like, I know this dude's whole story. He don't even know I know. There's things that I know that he doesn't know that I know. Things that will blow his mind. And I don't want to embarrass the kid because this is not a hate on DJ Akademiks video, even though people might assume that it is. But he's done a lot of tearing down in a lot of these different situations that was put out there and created with his platform that was tearing down the fabric of what it is. Like he knows nothing about what hip hop is about or anything. And it's like, if you're going to do something like that, and I understood Meek saying, what are you putting back into it? You got to put something back into it. Like me, I could not sit there and do the truth behind and do all this beef and negativity and guys going at each other. And I'm just reporting on whatever the drama they got set, whatever drama they got going on. I'm just promoting on it. So while I'm watching this go, all this stuff go down, that's draining to me. So I have to do other things. I have to talk about things that I actually do in life or like in life, and positive things like movies. Like y'all know everything about me, almost the majority of it. The movies I like. We do live streams, y'all. PS5s. I'm at the show. I'm out in the world. I'm never sitting still just in the house. I'm out in the world. I'm going places, doing stuff, running. I take y'all with me. I tell y'all about business moves, stocks, things to invest in. I tell y'all about life because I've been through life. I've worked my butt off here in this country. I worked blue. I didn't grow up on the internet. Oh yeah, because academics tried to do things to my page. If you try to come after my page, dog, I'm gonna come after you. He initiated war with me, so it was on. But now we don't even mention that guy. We only mention this now because this is a big thing. He recently just got fired from his job. They just filmed their last episode. He was on something called the Clubhouse. He gonna probably go try to do a podcast now. Go kiss up to Charlemagne or Joe Budden. To keep a bag coming in. Now you finna go back working for these record companies, promoting these rappers. But now these rappers are trying to shut him down. Oh, the Patreon? Yeah, I'm gonna have this whole thing on the Patreon too, where you can listen to Akademiks and Meek go at it. The thing is you can't have it now because they'll flag it. So I can have it on my page. But you know what was strange though, and what was tripping me out is that every time I would like say something like about like academics, and everybody jumped on me. Man, you hate academics. Why you always hating on Act? Man, Act this, the same things Meek Mill said, I said. And everybody was patting Meek on the back for it. Can you believe that frogger bull crap? Seriously, you believe that? After all that was done, that they would do that? It's almost insulting to me. Notice I said almost. because I get it. Long as somebody got a name and they big and they say it, it just holds a whole lot of weight. But if you're young and say it, or they don't view you in the same category, or because you ain't verified on Twitter, your words don't have any effect, right? You see what I'm saying? You see how that works? When it's all about morals. You might say it's all for promotion. I don't think Meek was promoting. Meek been wanting to say this to academics for a long time. Because if I got to talk to academics, the conversation would have probably went just the way it did with Meek Mill. Except for I wouldn't have let Act talk to me like that. I would have been on, he'd have been like, hello, I'd have been on a plane outside his house, snatching him off that doggone PC. His mom would be like, is someone at the door? I'll be like, yeah, I got this video game for Act. Oh, he got a video game for you. He'd be, hold on. And another thing, see, no, I'm a big dog in here. I'm gonna answer this door and get this video game. I'll be right back. So as he go upstairs, pop! Who in the world you thought you was talking to? You done lost your rabbit mind. Act can't make me look silly. See, that's the thing. He might to you can make you look silly, but he can't make me look silly. He can't make me do anything. Good. He's sitting on some paper that's really good. I hope he's stacking it up because he gonna need it now that he out of a job. Until he get a new job. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. You know that these are the type of guys that want to call the cops for everything. They they Billy badasses when they when they at home on the internet, but then when you get face to face, they don't want that smoke. Complex cut ties with him because he thought he was a big dog. He really felt he was a big dog in the field. And don't forget to hit the like button, good people. If you guys just got here, don't forget to subscribe to the page. Akademiks felt he was a big dog. And, he felt like I'm a big dog here, and this is what big dogs do. And I can talk to anybody I want in the industry. And he really figured out he could not. He could not just talk to anybody in the industry. So he found out very quick that that wasn't a good idea. And he stepped on the wrong toe. And because he stepped on the wrong toe, They said, well, you stepped on the wrong toe, and we got to show you the dough. And we firing not just you, all y'all. This whole show is going down to him. Now, if the show was successful, they just would replace Akademiks and start the show over with new hosts. The show wasn't successful no more. It just wasn't no interest in it no more. It's boring. So I've already did a video explaining that why, and I think people understood it. Would I have been better on the show? Absolutely, I would have been better on the show. Would I have done the show? No. No. I don't want that kind of exposure. I don't want to interview these syrupy rappers. I'm not trying to promote anything that Complex is trying to put out. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm cool. You know. What's up, Q Hectic? Dog, people money don't impress me. You know, I'm friends with Floyd Mayweather. Who you think got more money, Floyd Mayweather or DJ Akademiks? You know, you guys are really weird, man. You guys are weird. That's right, Mr. Brown. I didn't sell my soul. They've tried to get me to do that. They wanted me to do the platform thing where I be the voice of hip hop, and they gonna have all these new artists come out, and I'll be the one that they could, what they call collaborate with. Meaning that they're gonna pay me. I'm gonna make a lot of money getting these people to do things. So I'm just like, all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? You're right, Jeff. I mean, I've never said the word he lost all credibility because he never had any credibility. This is a guy who was on his internet, blew up, and then walked and started coming around and walked into a complex office. You know, it's like, dude, have you like we gotta stop calling him DJ. What mixtape he got? Him and Vlad, do they got a mixtape? What is the DJ coming from? Your name is Livingston. DJ ain't your initials. I mean, I had a video set to go that I'm gonna just have to wait till tomorrow to do because we ended up doing this straight up. Like this was not in my plans. Like to do this video was not my goal. I did not set out and say, hey, you know what would be a cool idea? Oh, I loved every minute of it. Well, for me, y'all probably ain't gonna see me tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things tomorrow, as you can imagine. Um, but just because you don't see me, don't mean you don't see me. My day's gonna be full, so I got to get up early to be answering phones, on a whole bunch of things that I'm glad I'm still here to be able to do another year. So, hmm you know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of different things, man. I never say I won't go live tomorrow. I just got a lot going on. So, right. Well, we'll see. hmm Right. I'm gonna do 2 more minutes, and then we'll end it out. Hey, thanks, Prince. I appreciate that. Thanks for the cash app. Appreciate that. No stream yard tonight. Nah, bro. No, we stream yard to like 8 in the morning last night. I'm spent. So what else you want to ask me? He said it went 4 hours. Yeah, that one went 4 hours, and then when we got off, it went like another two. We spent like half the day doing that, man. I I never was one for people's excuses, man. He said all you heard was grown men not taking accountability. You shouldn't give AK a reason to post street stuff. You know, Here's the thing. 21 Savage brought that up too. I'm glad you mentioned that before we get out of here. 21 Savage brought that up. He said, look, we can't put everything on academics and say that academics is the reason for all this when these guys are doing it. Like, these guys are posting this stuff. You know, like they're putting all this stuff out there for him to actually post. But let's also take into consideration the record companies that promote and want to pay academics, or these companies want to put money into him to promote these nonsense artists who are not talented musicianly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we're promoting these guys to do this. Like, why? Why are we promoting these guys to do this? So if you're going to talk about it, you got to go all the way around the board. You know, let's not just keep it at academics. Now, do you think they would have talked to Vlad that way? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though, right? So if all y'all who think, you know, like Ack is a giant, he really isn't. And I'm trying to tell you, do you think DJ Vlad would have been on there like that and they would have said that to Vlad? They would have had that energy for him. Not saying that Vlad do what he do, like in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't do what Academics does at all. But still, so these guys basically are there themselves, telling on themselves. So it ain't like, you know, it's up to him to do that. All right, Bear. I'll fire up the 5 if you're ready. For the rest of y'all, if y'all want to hear the whole interview, it's on the Patreon. I got it up for my Patreons. It's out there. You can listen to it. It's up and going right now. Go look at Meek Mill checking DJ Akademiks on the Patreon. It's already out. In case you haven't heard it. Yeah, I got to put your fire out, buddy. Let me grab my 5. Turn it on. That's the link for it. Poor Gavin. He thought those trick plays or whatever was going to work. Sad. So sad. PS5 time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Bear, we're going to see. They want me to update my controllers. Let me go ahead and do this first. All right, Bear. I'm going to update these controllers. $20 to $12. I see you, Bear.